All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hope all's well with everybody this morning. Switch over here, make sure you guys can see me. Can you hear me? Can you see me? This is rolling kind of slow. Okay, here we are. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, there you go. Okay, you can hear me. What's good? What's good? What's good? All right, let's get into this chat. TZ Frank's in the building. That's the first name that I see. What's good? I'm still getting used to this new laptop. Got a new setup coming for the live stream. So I hope so please forgive me if as I get used to this. My man, Adrian Vent in the building, dropping squiz on them on their domes. What's going on? Stanley Brown in the building. Rob G Film in the building said 9-9. What up, man? Oh, man. Oscar the Fishnets in the building. What's going on, man, Mr. Fishnets? Brian Cousins said, can't wait to see Bud and Spence. I think Spence does everybody like Garcia. High if he boxes. Yeah, he boxes nicely, man. We'll see. We're going to get into that, dude, but we're not going to talk a lot about we're going to talk about a lot of boxing today. We're going to talk about a lot of boxing. But I promise you this. Excuse me. We ain't going to talk about nothing more than we're going to talk about these guys and how they are just ridiculous in this media. You guys are just terrible, man. On a whole nother level of terrible. As soon as the fight got over, Max Kellerman said something like, good fight, Errol. Now fight Terrence Crawford. Kevin Iole, who writes for Yahoo, comes out this article that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and others, as if that little and others somehow is going to it's going to have some offset the fact that you put Errol Spence names there first and prominently. Anybody with reason would think that Kevin Iole, since he wrote the article and he thinks that somebody is bringing about the downfall of boxing, that the people most responsible for the downfall of boxing, you would think that they would be named first in the article, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? I mean, you wouldn't be starting from the point of least significance to the point of most significance, would you? It's just pretty amazing, man. It's pretty amazing. But, I know on one hand he chose Errol and Terence Crawford because, he wanted to because it was a big event. And Kevin Iole wants to always make sure he's there for that big event. So he can tear down the PBC and build up some mediocre garbage by Top Rank and Golden Boy. There's a lot of things that are the problem with boxing, right? A lot of things. Franchise belts are the problem with boxing. Not getting good fights because people won't act like the best fighters don't sell. I was sitting in Dallas, Texas at the AT&T Stadium with about 17,000 people, which, by the way, Lance Pugmire, 17,000 people is more than 1,000 people. But somehow, now is it not Lance Pugmire, Jake Donovan for some reason said that AJ's fight against Pulev, because there's going to be 1,000 people there, up to 1,000 people there, that it's the biggest globally boxing event of the year. Despite 9,000 people being there for Gervonta Davis and a whole lot more people being there for Errol Spence Jr. The Errol Spence Jr. fight, by the way, was a lot bigger than the Gervonta Davis fight. And I thought the Gervonta Davis fight was a nice size fight, was a good size fight. Canelo fighting at the Alamo Dome, his fight is going to be smaller than Errol Spence Jr.'s fight at the Alamo Dome, just to let you know. Whatever's happening at that Alamo Dome is going to be smaller than the Errol Spence Jr. fight, because that football stadium is so much bigger, man, than a basketball stadium. At least that's my understanding. Boxing fan USPR said, I like this. Only 3 of us here, and we have 15 likes. Support the Don. Yeah, I think you might. 741. Yeah, it's early. The show hadn't started when you said that. Jay Lever in the building, man. What's going on? Stephen Young, Calvin Faulkner in the building, TZ Frank, Joseph Harris, the fishnets. Let me catch all the way up. He said, I did not get my notifications. It's all right, man. I'll be here for an hour and a half. We'll be chopping it up for an hour and a half. Cats will get here. My bad. Everett White in the building. What's happening? Yeah, people kind of flowing in here a little slow, but it's all right. Baton Rouge. What's going on? Quentin Patton. He said, Baton Rouge and up early with you. Yes, sir. I've been up for a minute. Got to get up, man. Got to get that work in, dog. Ain't no money in sleeping. You know what I mean? Even people that make money in their bed don't get paid for sleeping. Get up, get your work done, man. Sleep when you die. What's going on? Theo Guyton in the building. Cornelius Weatherspoon says, sick of these people are sick. Yeah, they keep going with it. Junior the Truth in the building. What's going? Hate that I didn't see you, man. But I was being very, very COVID safe in Dallas, Texas, dog. I was like, got a hotel room where I knew wasn't nobody going to be bumping up on me. Kept it nice and safe. So if I got it, dog, it was, I hope I didn't. But I was doing my best. Had my mask on the whole time. Man, what a great fight. What a great fight. But yeah, so anyway, I don't think I had a chance yet to talk about the fight myself, man. So first things first, man, what an absolutely terrific event, man. What's going on, Jamil Allen? I am Ill Will in the building. Karen Gray in the building. Black Star Sports TV in the building. What's going on? 225 Boxing Talk percentage says salute Fannon Don. Salute to you, sir. Hope all's well. Tommy Roan in the building. Rob J. Film. Marvin Kennedy. Zulu Lion, Brian Cousins, Cerebral Shadow Boxer, man. What's going on, man? Says Fannon Don, Jay Williams, man. Hit that like button, yes, sir. Baton Rouge, some more Baton Rouge. Just stand up, dog. Anyway, see, yep. So okay, I got to the bottom. Shout out to everybody, man. If I missed your name, that's my bad. Sound like I didn't hear. I don't listen to anybody. Lauren Hampton, and honestly, dog, please don't come in here trying to start some shit. I'm sure people will start saying that Spence is scared to fight Crawford. It don't matter to me what they think. That's the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, homie. That's the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. Y'all can just sit there and think it. That's what happens with that. Let me tell you where we are in the world. What's going on, Byron Chambliss? Let me tell you something. Where we're sitting in the world of Errol Spence Jr. If I was Errol Spence Jr., what I would be sitting up there saying, Doug, oh, my God, man, I had a blast, man. You kidding me? I was with my wife staying downtown. We stayed downtown. Dallas just was nice, man. Really nice occasion. Had a blast, man. Walked in, sat. Wasn't nobody really near me too much. Got to watch the fight. Got to see a bunch of people making a lot of money. That's always fun. Saw a lot of diamonds, a lot of jewelry in the crowd. Whole lot of casuals. Whole lot of people didn't know what they were watching. Like 9 out of 10 people didn't know what's going on. My man Leon Robinson, 90% of them didn't have any idea what they were watching. Like none whatsoever. So, it was pretty cool. A dude was like, who's the black dude? I was like, dang, who's black? Why you here if you don't know who the black dude is? You paid a lot of money to get here not to know who these dudes are. But let me tell you something. Yeah, as far as that goes, dog, excuse me. I did smoke a cigar. Burn my throat. Salute Fannon. I'm not supposed to inhale, and I inhaled. Excuse me. Salute Fannon. Top of the morning to you. So anyway, let me tell you where we are with Errol Spence. Y'all can all shut up. All of y'all. Zip it. Shut up. You need to wait in line, homie. That's the man. That's what happens when you do superhero type shit. Okay, excuse my language. When you do superhero type stuff, you get to tell everybody to shut up. You know what I mean? Like just last week, you guys were bumping your lips about how he's never going to be the same. He's never going to be the same. They're putting him out there and he's going to be a shell of himself. Look how he's talking. Listen to his mouth. Listen to his teeth. You remember all that shit y'all was talking? Oh, it is. Hey, let me do man, KQKC. Oh, it is Monday morning. It is time to pay the piper. It is time to pay the piper. Why didn't you listen to what the man had to say? He said he was good. And you guys were talking all kind of crap. A drunk ain't shit. He ain't a drunk. Now, what you gonna do? Now what you gonna do? See, I wish I was on Errol. See, let me be an Errol Spence Jr. fan for a second, because I am an Errol Spence Jr. fan. Okay? I am one. I've been telling you. But just because I'm a fan of the man, because I like his dad a lot. His dad is an A-OK dude. Okay? I support his father. Like, I ain't got no shame about it, dog. Listen to his teeth. Yeah, dog, listen to these teeth, especially the crooked one down in the bottom. I'm getting old and I got a crooked teeth. Nah, dog, that's my dude. I like that dude. I like that guy. I think he's a real good, solid dude. I think he's done his son very, very well. He accomplished a lot, dog, working with his son, and I appreciate that. But anyway, dog, I was there. I saw Terence Crawford. I saw that fight. I stood next to Terence Crawford. I've been next to Errol. Dog, Terence Crawford's getting his ass whooped. Okay, based on that Kell Brook fight and that Danny Garcia fight, Terence Crawford's gonna be down. Dude, Terence Crawford ain't gonna win no decision against Errol. That shit ain't happening. He's gonna need a knockout to win straight up, or he's gonna lose that fight. Because Errol ain't fucking around, dog. See, Errol ain't fucking around. That's what I like about that dude. See, it's no games with him. Because every second of that, dog, he's right there in your chest. He's right there in your chest. The whole time. There ain't no feeling you out. There wasn't no feel out round. Did you see a feel out round? Did you see a feel out minute? No. It was, ding, I'm walking up and whooping your ass. Right now. No, I'm not. Nope. I'm not playing. You're not. No, I'm not playing. I like that style, dude, because these guys are sitting around thinking, what am I going to do? Ooh, let me figure you out. Let me set traps. I'm not setting no fucking traps. I'm beating your ass. You're right there. Your ass is right behind you. I am trying to put you on it. Dog, I'm trying to tell you, no feel out whatsoever. Just straight, what he's going to feel you out with these. You know what I'm saying? He felt Danny Garcia out with these from the jump. Wasn't no, nah, dog, he didn't do no Floyd Mayweather shit. He did a walk up on you, I'm busting you in the mouth. Dude, that's the fundamentals of boxing, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the fundamental of boxing. Hey, that boy looked big, too. He looked big in that ring. Cerebral Boxing said for 9, Danny just lucky it looked Errol, looked like Errol was tired. Nah, Danny is a beast. See, Cerebral Shadow Boxer. Danny Garcia is a beast, okay? He's a beast. He did everything. He did just as much at 140 pounds as Terence Crawford, except for he didn't get the opportunity to knock out Julius Ndungo with the body shot. Okay? Look at Danny Garcia's record at 140 pounds and look at Terence Crawford's record at 140 pounds. Danny Garcia got Lucas Matisse and Amir Khan zipped from an underdog position. Dude, that dude almost beat, many people think he beat Keith Thurman. Many people think he beat Sean Porter. And he was definitely on the gas on them dudes in the second half of that fight, dog. Both in the second half of the Keith Thurman fight, dude, Keith was on retreat that whole time, dog, trying to get away from that heat. Okay? Danny Garcia knocked out Adrian Granados. Didn't nobody else beat him, dude. Bronner ain't beating Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia will beat the piss out of Aegis Kalvanakis. They ain't even putting that. Dog, that's a knockout for sure. Aegis Kalvanakis getting knocked out by Danny Garcia. It's a joke fight to even make. People be like, who the fuck is Bud? Who the fuck is Danny fighting? Aegis Kalvanakis. He gonna do him like Ivan Redcash. Yak. You gone, okay? Danny's a real fighter, dude. He wasn't tired. He was getting his ass. He was whooping that boy's ass from the beginning to the end. And if that's a 15-round fight, Danny's going to sleep, okay? Or he's going to buckle down. That's what I'm saying. Errol is dude, Errol puts so much pressure on you. I do not see, that's not a good recipe with Terence Crawford, dog. And Terence Crawford's little, okay? I've stood next to Errol. I've stood next to Terence. Terence is little, dog, compared to that dude. especially when that dude up. No. That's going to be a tough fight for him, dog, because he's going to get beat up. Like, beat up. I don't know if he wants that fight, dog. I'm going to be real. Like, if I'm matchmaking for Terence, I'm like, nah, dog, I don't know. Maybe you should phony baloney bullshit for a while, dog, because if that dude looked like that coming out of a fucking car accident, what you think he's going to be next year? Dude, he made weight at 146.5, dude, and looked easy, lean. Look lean. He didn't even look drawn in the weigh-in. Nah, man. Nah, dog. That's an ass whooping waiting for your boy, dog. I'm telling you, all y'all Omaha Negroes, y'all, There's a reason Bud ain't taking that fight, dog. I'm thinking. Because I couldn't see his expression on his face, though. But I did see his expression in the last round because I made sure I was like, let me see his face. And his face was like this. Wasn't no smiling emojis going out. Wasn't no giggles because it was an ass whooping from beginning to end. Dude, the fight was over in the second round. And I don't know what you guys were hearing, like from the commentary, but for me sitting ringside, dog, that fight was over in the second round. I was like, oh, this is rinse and repeat. This dude's going to do this all day. And oh, man, Errol's defense is so underrated, dog. So underrated. Boop. Dog, Danny threw this right hook, threw this straight right. What did he do? Oh, Errol threw a straight left. And then Danny tried to counter it with his right, which would be his right. But then by the time he got back, Errol just caught that shit, dude. Like, he didn't just pull it back naturally. Like, he threw the shot. That punch came. He saw it and was like, boop, just popped it off. Like, pop. He might have got himself in the head like I just did. Pop. Dog, that shit was nice, man. That being able to see that in truly 3 dimensions, nah, dog, I don't like that. Now, I'm going to go see Bud. I got to go see Bud fight in 3D. But in 3D, that's not the same thing as 2D, dog. That ain't the same thing, dog. Bud, I mean, you can see why they say nice long. He's rangy. Now, and Terrence Crawford's rangy too. But, dog, Hey, Omar Shamir Ogden said, people crack me up. Errol been calling out cats for years. Now he's the man. When you number one, they come to you. Crawford fight Porter, Garcia, Thurman. Hey, look, man. Bud need to go ahead and take one of them fights with one of them dudes, man. But I don't know, man. Sugar Fantastic, much love in that super chat. I don't know. Sometimes, you ever heard the saying? It is better to it's better to have, to be silent and have people think you're a fool than to open your mouth and prove them right. In Bud's case, it might be best to keep your mouth shut and make people think you don't want to fight them because you think you might get stopped, and then to fight them and prove people right. Because I think Bud got a significant chance of getting knocked out by that dude. And I don't think there's anybody at welterweight that just know you guys are going to get mopped. Manny going to get mopped. He's going to get mopped by that dude. He's just a better fighter, man. He's just so fundamental. That's the thing. And you ever notice how people they keep picking and choosing like what they think is most important in boxing? Like, is it athleticism or is it fundamentals? You know, like they want to discredit Deontay Wilder's athleticism, right? And then talk poorly about his fundamentals. But with Errol, those fundamentals are super tight, dog. Super tight, dog. Like Danny had next to no real. He hit him with some shots, but he hit him with some shots because Danny's a world-class fighter, and you're going to get hit by that guy. Danny don't want no 15-round fight. And you could hear in Danny's voice, he was like, nah, that jab, man, I underestimated that jab. That jab is something nasty. Guess what Terrence had problems with? Jabs. But not a southpaw jab. But even then, if he's a southpaw, that jab is still southpaw on southpaw. And Bud don't really jab like that. This Bud got more of like a flickering jab. Bud likes those power shots. He will come over the top with that right hand and catch you with that lead right hand. But in the southpaw position, it's going to be tough to do that. I just don't think that's a good matchup for that dude. 24/7 King Mentality said nobody seen Bud circling the ring after the fight, shaking hands, taking pics like he was going to in the ring. But I did from row 7D. What a fraud. Hey, but I did from round. Oh, he got up but see, hey, I saw how Bud was walking. Bud was cool. He was talking to fans and all that. You know what I mean? But he didn't he just got up and left like everybody else. There's a lot of people in there. It was difficult to get out. But I don't think he could have got in the ring because of the COVID stuff. I don't think they were giving interviews for them in the ring. He would have had to be like a ways apart. But I don't think they did that because of the network thing either. But no, I mean, no, Bud came to the fight, though. Bud came to the fight. So can nobody really see 24/7 mentality? He came. He didn't have to come at all. You know what I mean? He didn't have to come at all. That spoke. But what he saw was a whole lot of money. I was there. Bud is a hell of a dresser, though. Hell of a dresser. Like, of all the people that I saw there, because I don't dress up. And I was like, I went there in a sweatsuit because I'm like, man, ain't nobody in here I really give a fuck about looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna look raggedy, but I ain't just gonna dress up for nobody. You know what I mean? So but there's a lot of dudes with diamonds and shine and glitter and gold and motherfuckers just looking sharp. Dudes must have been rappers because they were walking around and they acted like they were famous, but I didn't know who they were, but they are acting like they were famous. So, and they were dressed crazy and it was really expensive clothing. So I was like, okay, you guys must be a rapper. But Bud came in like some real classic, like a classic three-quarter length, like a three-quarter length, damn near like a Brooks Brother overcoat. Shit was sharp as shit. I was like, look at Bud. And then Bud had these black and white, like, I don't even know what brand of tennis shoes they were. But I was like, dude, that motherfucker was classy as shit, man. He handled himself classy as shit. When people came up to him, dude, man, he would talk and engage with like this little girl who was throwing punches at him. I really liked, but I mean, I was like, dude, he seemed like a real cool dude to cats that came up to him, man. I mean, he handled himself nicely and he came. So, I don't think he's afraid, but dog, what he saw, I don't know if there's too many weaknesses there, dog. That looks like Aegis Kalvanakis on a whole lot of steroids and years and years of training with the trainer of the year, Derek James. By the way, if y'all rob this man, Errol Spence, a fighter of the year, if you rob Derek James of trainer of the year, dog, y'all are some pieces of shit. And I cannot wait for you to do it. I cannot wait for the Boxing Writers Association of the world, Boxers Writing Associate, whatever their names is, the BWWWWW, the Boxing Writers Association of America, whatever it is. I can't wait for y'all to tell me somebody other than Errol Spence is fighter of the year. I can't wait. You tell me somebody that has had overcame something bigger than that to come back into a boxing ring and do like he did. I can't wait. But did Max Kellerman talk about that? Not for 30 dang seconds. Not for 30 seconds. It's what's next. And what Kevin Iole say? Terence Crawford's with the downfall. Oh, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, the downfall of boxing. Because they won't fight each other, right? That's the downfall of boxing. Not Tyson Fury. Not Tyson Fury on rumored to be on HGH and skin gloves and gloves half off his hand, right? And neck wrenching and all kind of shit like that. He's not the downfall of boxing, ducking out of rematches with Deontay Wilder. You sure that's not the downfall over there? You sure? You sure that when Usyk claims that Derek Chisora didn't have he skinned his gloves? That's what Usyk said about Derek Chisora. You sure that that's not the downfall of boxing? Like, I can name a whole lot of shit downfall in boxing, but Bud Crawford being the #1 seller over there on ESPN and the only real reputable fucking seasoned fucking champ you got over there. Like, who besides Bud? Oh, ESPN. Who do they got? Lomachenko lost, right? Who is the seasoned champion over there at ESPN? A seasoned top-notch champion over there at ESPN. Bud. That's it. He's the best they got over there, easy. And he's wrong with boxing. Tyson Fury, Errol Spence overcomes a horrific, I don't even understand how he lived through it type of situation to come back, show discipline, show grit, show determination. He leaves his downtown area, very nice area. Like I said, I stayed in it this weekend. Your boy Fannon was tipping. Your boy was tipping it up there in Dallas. So I was living nice in Dallas. So I saw where he was living. I was like, this is where this dude's living with all these Ferraris, and this is where he was living. I was like, yeah, that dude was partying. Like, living there? Oh, man. I saw I saw some Ferrari parked next to the hotel I was in that was like, it's like, what is that thing? Like, is that a fucking spaceship? And the plates on it were like January 2021. It was January 2021 license plates. That shit was fresh out. I was like, God damn, they got a lot of money around this joint. And I drove around. I was like, this where this dude's living? Yeah, you need to get the fuck up out of here. Go to the country. Okay, because this right here ain't nothing but sin waiting for no young 28-year-old multimillionaire single dude. There? No, get out of there, dog. You in the belly of the beast, son. You better get out in the motherfucking woods. So trouble has to travel a long way to find you. You don't want to be somewhere where trouble's just sitting around you, all around you. So this young man decides to, after this horrific car accident, to get up, do away with the Ferraris, get some beautiful horses. Like, the horses is like Ferraris. Like, that damn. You switch from Ferraris, like the horse on the Ferrari. You switch the Ferrari out for the horse on the Ferrari. That's what he did. Because he's like, man, I want this, whatever it is, horse. I was like, ain't that the horse that's literally on the cover of the fucking Ferrari? Right? Or what kind of mind shit are you doing here, dog? But they like stupid, beautiful horses. He's out there working the farm with his kids with him. Got a new son. You know what I mean? Admitted everything that he did wrong, like, and how he was going to improve. And he's the downfall of boxing? You put his name next to downfall of boxing, Kevin Iole? Really? Though this is the same Kevin Iole that was telling you that the PBC was going broke. But yet don't say nothing about Tyson Fury. And standing, I have the audio where Deontay Wilder said that he made that excuse with the with the headgear. Oh, really, Kevin? How the fuck old are you, Kevin? Like, I'm serious, dude. How old are you, man? I know you got to be 60, which means you ain't stupid. If the guy said after the interview that that's not what he said, more than likely that's not what he meant. And since that's not what he meant, you need to retract your shit. Because you know dang well that's not what he meant. And you took it wrong. But why would I believe somebody like that who then, right after doing that to Deontay Wilder and Al Heyman, right? Dude, Kevin Iole. This is why I started talking about business in boxing. Really. Because I was like, these media people are stupid. That's what I thought. I was like, let me help out some people by not being stupid. And when you say something like Waddell and Reed invested $500 million, and so Al Heyman owes them money, you don't understand what an investment is. An investment is an investment. It's not a fucking loan. He didn't take a loan out. They invested in it. And guess what? The investment paid off. It paid off. why Dellen Reed or whoever else that invested in that now has contracts, excuse me, the exact contract that they were trying to get with Fox. Free to television, boxing. And it is because this fight with Errol Spence and Terence, Errol Spence and Danny Garcia will next be available on Fox for everybody in the country to see. Just like in the 70s and the 80s when it was on closed circuit TV, it was on closed circuit TV, and then after that it went to ABC, and we got to see it on like Saturday afternoon, or something. It might have been like ABC in the evening. They might have had an 8 o'clock show or something like that back then for boxing, but it was on delay, like in the golden days. You know what I mean? But Kevin Iole, hey, he's like he took out a loan. Now, did Kevin Iole say he took out a loan? No, probably. I don't recall him saying that, but the way he wrote it, because of the title, led you to believe that was a conclusion that you were not discouraged from making. Got that? It's a conclusion that you were not discouraged from making, and by discouraged from making, I mean a clear explanation that that's not the case. That they invested a lot of money, and there may be people that are saying, "Hey, I wanted a return on my investment," but an ROI, dummy, is not the same thing as a fucking interest rate on a loan. Because loans got interest rates if they loaned it. Hey, I'm going to loan it to you, and your interest rate will be X percentage. So if over the life of this, if you don't pay, that's what it is. As soon as you take out a loan, they give you about 2 months, and then you got to start making payments. And if you run behind, then they take back whatever it is that you got it. But hey, man, don't let that just fact get in the way of hating on Al Heyman, right? The place is going out of business when they were having the biggest pay-per-views in the history of boxing. Damn near $1 billion worth of pay-per-views. And how much did they invest? $500 million. And then they wound up being part of something that generated over $1.5 billion. Why would somebody be upset with that? If you put in $500 million and then all of a sudden you start seeing revenue in an organization coming in at about twice your investment, then you think to yourself, hey, if this continues to grow, I can sell it and then do what? Make a big return on my investment. For $500 million, if it took me 10 years to get another $250 million, then what is that? A 50% increase over 10 years? Then their accountants would say, or their investment people would say, oh, yeah, that's a good investment or that's not a good investment. But Kevin Iole acted like he didn't understand it. And now, then he acts with Deontay Wilder like there's some confusion over what he said. Right? He said, even my suit. But you know what also? He's from Alabama. So sometimes when people from Alabama or somebody from the country says something and it comes out colloquial, you being from one area of the country can interpret it to mean something, but he could have an entirely different meaning. When he's like, man, I don't even know, man, this suit fucking me up. That's what he could have said. Man, it's like this suit was fucking me up. Like, it's like the suit was fucking me up. It didn't say the suit was actually doing it, but that's interpretation, which you know what you do when you're a really good journalist? You ask a clarifying question. Excuse me, Deontay. Clarifying question. Are you saying that your legs were too tired because of this suit? And Deontay Wilder say, no, man, I don't know what it is. My legs are just tired. Oh, okay, thanks for the clarification. But that's not what he did. He ran with it. And I got my audio. Put the audio out, dog. Put the audio out. You put that fucking audio out, and he could say it, and I'm going to listen to the tone of it. And if his tone does not match the tone of what he said, not just the words, the tone. If the tone is different, then you represented it. If it's different, and that means that tone could completely change the meaning, let me hear the audio. Let me hear the audio. Because he could say those exact words, but his tone tell you that he means something completely different. Oh, man, I love you so much. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you. See the tone? Two entirely different meanings. One is, hey, baby girl. Hey, oh, I love you. That ain't serious. Oh, baby, I love you. That means I want to get some. Yeah, I love you. That means fuck you. I don't think shit about you. All of those meanings, right, come from the same three words. So show me so play the audio, Kevin. So play the audio, Kevin, so we can know what he really meant, not just what he said. Dudes, these guys are scum. I'm telling you, man. Did Chuck Norris really pass away? Or are you guys out here doing that stupid shit? Don't play about people's death. You play about people going, dog. You got to get up out of here. If Chuck Norris did pass away, man, rest in peace and all of that stuff, man. But Porter versus Crawford. Yeah, throw them out. Thank you very much. Please get out of here, man. You're a tacky human being, dude. Not quite as tacky as these people. Let me call y'all out now. All y'all that said that no way he'll ever come back. Can we get an apology? You were wrong. Once again, you were wrong. What did I tell you to do? Hey, man, these guys wouldn't be putting Errol Spence Jr. in the ring if the guy was not all the way ready. They wouldn't put him in there if he wasn't ready. He has to be damaged. There's no way. But the doctor said that he didn't even break a bone. He didn't tear a ligament, and he doesn't remember the accident. See how now, if you listen to some and you see what happened, now how what you said before sounded all kind of stupid? All kind of stupid. You know what I mean? What's going on, Miss M.E. on one? You said, we're all the Danny fans. They ducking. There weren't Danny fans. Those are Terrence Crawford fans, dog. Those are Terrence Crawford fans because they all turned around, which were Keith Thurman fans before that, which could be on loan to Sean Porter at a time. You know, it just depends. See, they're called Errol Spence haters. They're not fans of the other welterweights, really, unless they're from the area. So, like, Omaha folk are really fans of Terrence Crawford, but the rest of them are really just hating on Errol because he took that shit over. And it's just what it is. You got a black American superstar, dog, that did some old otherworldly shit that if you look like Tyson Fury, you'd be like, oh my God, it's the greatest comeback ever. Compare Errol Spence to Tyson Fury. Don't steal my content either. I slipped out and came out with a fucking video in the middle of the live stream. So now it's going to be taken. But still, by the way, the Sneaky Punch video is going to be up today on the members channel and on the Patreon. So let's compare Tyson Fury. Kevin Iole, by the way, let me see something. Let me see if I can find some glowing words about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury comeback. Kevin Iole. Let's see. Kevin Iole about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury isn't just an elite boxer. He's also a terrific storyteller. Tyson Fury has a storyteller's mentality. What else did he say? What else glowing other shit can he say? Coming off of a memorable draw. How Fury's dream fight turned into a nightmare? Oh, because he lost his shit. Fury was overcome by his mental health issues. Look, dog, to a shock, after shocking everyone but himself on November 28, 2015 in Dusseldorf, Germany, he was routed where he routed Klitschko and win an IBA blah, blah, blah belts that Ruiz won from Joshua. He was overcome by his mental health issues. No, he wasn't. He was overcome by his drug addiction and his steroid use that he got caught on, Kevin. You see how you see how in 2019 he described Tyson Fury in glowing terms, despite Tyson Fury having been suspended for performance-enhancing drugs, having his Christian Hamer incident where he had the detached gloves, having cocaine in his system. Hell yeah, he's a storyteller. That's right. Oh, his storytelling is fucking a liar. They call a storyteller. But what did he say about Errol? After this dude got to come back. Errol's come back. He's the downfall of boxing. Dude, you can't make it up. He's the downfall of boxing. He, Terence Crawford, and others are part of what is it's the downfall of boxing. What? That you can't see fights that you want? What? Because like Tyson Fury ducked out of a rematch? Even there, dog, Tyson Fury they were like, he became overcome by his mental health issues, and that's what held up the Klitschko fight. Not the Nandrolone performance-enhancing drug investigation by the British Boxing Board of Control. Are you sure it wasn't that, dog? You sure it wasn't that? But no, it wasn't that, dog. You know what I'm saying? But Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, who are the biggest story in American boxing right now. Easy. The biggest story in American boxing is the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight. And they know it. That's why they have to talk about Terence Crawford, because they own Terence Crawford. So they're like, but you're not fighting the guy we own. You're not fighting our boy. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, he's good, but he's not fighting our boy. We got our good boy over here in this. You didn't come over to this stable over here and fight our boy. But our boy's part of the problem too. Don't get it right, because he won't fight him, even though Bob Arum is the one that ain't going to let that fight happen, because he said that there ain't but a little bit of money over there. You know what I mean? And Terrence said that he ain't really thinking about Errol, but he showed up to the fight to watch it. See? Kevin Iole full of ish is what it is, dog. Ish. And that's not, I don't even think that's a media thing. I think, like I said, how old are you, dog? And when I ask how old are you, it's not just to say, do you have common sense? I mean, like, when did you grow up? Like, what era, ERA, did you grow up in, dude? You are older than me, and so you sound to me like those dudes that I grew up with that used to call people all kind of shit, right? That ass type of dude. Little nerdy ass dude, walk around in glasses now, got suits on and shit, suits and ties, got a job. Still don't like black people, though. Still don't like, I don't know if he does or he don't, but I don't understand. But I don't understand how how Tyson Fury is not the downfall of boxing, but Errol Spence Jr. is. That shit should be switched. Errol was driving, Errol was drinking though. But damn, Tyson Fury wasn't drinking and snorting and smoking and shooting. Damn. This motherfucker was doping so bad, he went to go find some boar's nuts to eat. Some boar's nuts to eat. This is the cheatest motherfucker in the history of cheating motherfuckers. And they will not say a word, dog. Nah, he's relevant. Hell nah, Cass, he relevant. He is definitely relevant, dog. Definitely relevant. More people see his article headline than they you know how many people see that? Just the hard headline. Ain't nobody gonna read his shit now. I mean, don't get me wrong. His job is the headline. Ain't nobody reading that shit. I mean, I read it, but but ain't nobody else really reading that shit. They just read the headline, and that's on Yahoo, and it's like more content for Yahoo. Well, they're going through and reading shit they really want to hear about. They may bump into that shit. You know what I mean? They may bump into that shit, but the headline is there. So it's there. That's why I'm saying he's screwing people. I don't care what you say down for 5 paragraphs buried down in the bottom of there, dog. But did you read? Nah, dog, I didn't read. Your shit ain't no 10-minute video, Holmes. You listen to my shit. Hey, hold on a second. My shit should never be peaking. So hold on. I think. Oh, audio. Where's this? Hello. Yeah, I don't know why I would do that. All right, I'll turn my gain down. All right, I'll turn my gain down. It was in the middle. Hey, the sound is okay. That's what's up. Hey, for real though. For real. Oh, I'm good. Cool. Yeah. That's what's up. Hey, for real though. If that ain't more bullshit, dude, that is. I'm trying to be PC, dog. I'm trying to up the show, dog. I'm trying to, not cuss so much. But when you have somebody that will credit Tyson Fury, Max Kellerman too, you guys like your job too much. So, I think a little bit of it is the system, but some of it is you guys like your job too much. You guys believe this shit, dude. You guys, and the pound for pound list, dude. The pound for pound list, dog. Errol is number one. Stop it. Errol is number one, pound for pound. Anybody else says anywhere, anybody else, get out of my face. Okay? I don't even think that there's a good argument for anybody other than him. Canelo, no. Steroids hanging over his head. It's just what it is. The man's got steroid problems. He's got steroid problems. And he's ducking people. He's got ducking problems. And really, I don't think pound for pound he's better than Errol. I think if they're the same size, I think Errol washes his ass badly. Not just kinda, badly. He's going to get mopped by Errol, dog. If that's a straight up fight, they're like the same size. Nah, dog, the style's a bad style that's a terrible style for Canelo. Because that upper head, because that head movement and that pot shotting ain't going to work for him. He's going to be behind on points. If they're the same size, right? I think Errol has better. The defense, let me see. Effective aggression is Errol's advantage, is effective aggression. Defense, I think it's a wash. Ring generalship, I think it's a wash. Clean and effective punching, I think it's a wash. Effective aggressiveness is where I would give Errol the advantage over Canelo in the pound for pound conversation. And then obviously the fact that Canelo tested positive for performance enhancing drugs. So what if he's in one class? Terence, look, let me help you with something. Ellie, Canelo Alvarez is in one class. He only fights one weight class at a time, dog. And there's an optical illusion there. The best fighters that he could face are at 160. And he moved up in weight where he's fighting in a weaker division. 168 is a far weaker division than 160 is. Because at 168, you have Billy Ho-ass Saunders, who just had a fight that looked like it was fixed. He's it's a wrap for his ass. As soon as he fights somebody that can pressure him, it's a wrap for his ass. He lost his reflexes, number one. Didn't look good. He's at a weight class that's too big for him. And the guy didn't even look like he was throwing punches at him. It was just a one-sided, let's just make this fight. Let me get you my paycheck. You get your paycheck. That fight with Martin Murray showed nothing. So I just, whatever with Billy Joe. He's got one decent win in his career, in my opinion, and that was against David Lemieux. So what? Then you got Callum Smith. He's a bum. You can say what you want. Don't call boxers a bum. Hey, bum. I'm sorry. I'll call his ass a bum when I want to call him a bum. Okay. He lost to that dude lost to John Ryder. He's Liam Smith. Now, he's not a bum in the sense that he's not a world-class fighter. He's a world-class fighter. But, to the extent, whatever you call somebody that is not going to beat any of the other champions, ain't got a chance. He's not going to beat any of them. He's not beating Caleb Plant. He ain't beating Andre Dirrell. I don't think he's beating Andre Dirrell. I don't think he's beating Jose Escotagui. I think all those dudes beat Callum Smith. He's standing there, waiting to get hit on the chin. Get out of here. He's like his brother Callum, but they brought him up more selectively. He's like his brother Liam. Liam, Callum, Liam, same family. Get the fuck out of here. and get your other two brothers and tell them, get up out of here too. Okay? Those are domestic level UK fighters, and I hope they make a great living over there, but get up out of here with all that crap. David Benavidez will roll over that dude, something nasty. Okay? Something nasty. Not even a close fight. The only reason it may go a distance is because they're awkward. And he's like, oh, this is kind of an awkward, kind of that UK style, how they say this. No, I mean Andre. Anthony Durrell too, the dog, but I mean Andre. I mean, bring back Andre Durrell. I know Anthony Durrell is the one that's more fresh. I said Andre Durrell. Shit. Give me Marcus. Let his ass fight Marcus Brown. Sir Marcus Brown. Sir Marcus Brown is a 175. But Sir Marcus Brown, man, dude, get out of here. Yeah, anyway. No. Liam Liamson, no. Anyway, 160, that's what I'm saying. It's a weaker weight class. 160 got Jamal, it's got Canelo, it's got Demetrius Andrade, it's got Gennady Golovkin. That's a much deeper division. The number 4 guy there is Gennady Golovkin. And Gennady Golovkin, while he ain't what they said he was, can still knock your ass the fuck out. And they got Sergey Deverenchenko in that weight class. Daniel Jacobs could go back down to that weight class. They got a lot of guys at 160. 160 is a deeper weight class, and Canelo's up in weight so he doesn't have to torture his body. That's what it's about. He's fighting in 168 against guys that could probably be fighting at 175, but they're garbage. Okay? Guess what? I probably could not make, it would be hard for me to make the cruiserweight limit. Canelo would beat the shit out of me, dog. I outweigh that dude by a massive amount, dog. For now, I missed Super Chat. My bad. Mr. Mechanical said, for nine, Errol washes Bud and Carrot Top, man down. Man, yeah. Justin State to get my cash said Canelo's like 5'9". Yeah, dude, they're the same dimensions. They're the same size guy. So Errol comes up a weight class because he's going to feel more natural. Dude, dog, he's going to feel better at 154. Canelo fought at 154, dog. The guy's not that big. He's just not shrinking down. And he might be, them hamburgers, them legal they legalized them computerol burgers in Mexico. So, who knows how he's going to get his money right, dog? He's going to get his body right. But look, Canelo's a beast. Canelo's a beast, just like Danny's a beast, which is why Errol's number 1. He's number 1 pound for pound. Get out of here. Errol Spence just beat Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and Mikey Garcia back to back to back. Before that, he took a mandatory. And before that, he knocked out Lamont Peterson. And before that, he knocked out fucking Kell Brook. Fuck up out of here. How is he not number 1? Nobody has a record like that. Who has, let's name Canelo's last fights. Kovalev, fuck up out of my face with that. Rocky Fielding, fuck up out of my face with that. He had Daniel Jacobs, which is a good win. And he had Gennady Golovkin. And I'm sure there was somebody else in there I missed. But dog, get up out of here. Green Beans, Kell Brook, Green Beans, Amir Khan, merely a fucking con job. And Jose Bena got shot in the leg, though. He would. Dog, that mug got Peg Leg Bates. What's Peg Leg Bates' name, dog? Big Jose Peg Leg Bates Benavidez, man. Out of here. And Jeff Horn, those are good wins. Those are wins. Those are good. Those are good fighters. That is not Lamont Peterson, legit fighter, dude. A 140-pound champion, just like all the guys that Terence Crawford beat, right? So he's right there. Danny Garcia was unified and undefeated in 140. And he had better wins in 140 than Bud. And he won a 147-pound belt, just like Bud. But you know what? You know what happened to Danny Garcia? Danny Garcia was the WBC champion, but he didn't get to fight Green Beans. Let me see. I got to do my research sometimes spontaneously. Hold on. But I know he didn't get to fight Green Beans to defend his WBC championship. Let me see. Danny Garcia. Box Rec. Who did he lose his WBC championship to? I know he got it by beating my man Robert the Ghost Guerrero. Oh, he won the vacant, and then for some reason he didn't have it. Oh, and then he fought. Oh, no. Then he fought Keith Thurman for a unification fight. That ain't green beans. He had to fight Keith Thurman. If Danny Garcia only had to fight, if Danny Garcia, much love in that super chat to my man, June BK said, EJ is on the path to be a legend. He said he was bored. That boy loved to fight. Yeah, but be bored. Bore me. I want to be sitting there just like that. I was at that fight like this. Oh, that girl got a big booty over there. Oh, what round is it? What round we in? Oh, yeah, this is rinse and repeat. I like that. I was loving it, dog. I was like, seriously. I was not paying to see Errol get punched in the face repeatedly. I went to go see a good fight, and I got it. Now, my man, Brolic TV Sports said Errol got good defense. Very, very good defense, man. Very good defense. Handled him better than Hall of Famers handled him. Now, look, he's the best at welterweight. How can you not? No, I'm sorry. So who else has better? Who else has fought like that? Let Canelo know. Terence know. Lomachenko just lost. Who else is on their list? Gennady Golovkin lost multiple times. Not multiple times, but he lost. And ain't fighting top fighters. He's fighting Javirsky. Who the fuck is Vaversky that he's about to fight? Some dude. Never even heard of him. Never heard of him. Callum Smith is about to get a shot at Canelo. Lomachenko lost. Teofimo Lopez has Lomachenko, who had lost to Orlando Salido. Who, if not Errol? See, you're done. You're done off accomplished. Tyson Fury. How can Tyson Fury be ahead of him? How? Tyson Fury is skip the heavyweights. Y'all want to put heavyweights on there, whatever. But Tyson Fury is a cheating motherfucker, dog, who just ducked, and you don't have Errol on there. And I mean, you never treated Deontay Wilder like anything either way. Anyway, but see, Deontay Wilder is only good for the purpose of hyping Tyson Fury. But if his name is not associated with hyping Tyson Fury or hyping Anthony Joshua, then he goes back to bum status. It's like he gets conditional. He's a conditional champion. It's his championship, and his resume is conditional upon who it is and what the result of his fight. If Anthony Joshua beat him, he'd been one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. If he beats Anthony, if Anthony Joshua don't want to fight him, he's just a bum and he ain't fought nobody. See how these guys they just move the goalposts all over it ain't even a damn goalpost. Ain't even a goalpost. It's just like a magic Quidditch fucking thing that moves around and disappears and shit. They just completely change everything. How they judge people, man. Of course, Chart Man, look, I'm coming out with my top 10 pound for pound, dog. Traveris in the building said, Traveris Dillard in the building said, Porter, Danny, and Mikey beats everybody on Crawford's resume. Yeah, of course. Porter, Danny, and Mikey Porter, Danny, and Mikey. Porter, Danny, and Mikey, there's three of them, are better than, absolutely they're better than everybody on Terrence Crawford's resume. Absolutely they're better than him. Matter of fact, Porter, Danny, and Mikey all damn near got as many good as their resumes are all damn near as good as Errol's, except for obviously Porter lost. Porter has the 3 losses. But the competition level is completely different. It's Errol Spence is doing this consistently on a skill level that is higher than anybody else is fighting. And he did it coming off of a major car accident. How is that not pound for pound number one? Number one, y'all might have died in that accident. Like 98. First of all, everybody else in boxing, if it wasn't lucky like Errol got lucky, wouldn't have got out that accident. So number one, you got to give him a little oof for luck, like or God looking out for him, like, oh, this dude is special, like, because you wasn't supposed to make it out of there. God got a plan for you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I felt. I was like, oh no, you're a special one. Like, you're a special one. You're so dang good. Your fundamentals are so good that you can beat guys when you're fucking off. And your fundamentals are so good and your physicality is so strong that you can survive something that would have broke my back for a show. Like flying up out of a car and landing like that. Me, man, my shit would have been broke for sure. I don't give a shit. If I turn my knee too quick walking to the bathroom, that shit about to shatter. Okay? So, oh no, that dude was special. That dude is special, man. And he's so truthful. That's the thing that I like about the kid. He's like, well, tell me truth be told, like, I ain't even thinking about Terence. Like, he didn't say that he wasn't going to fight Terence. He's just like, I ain't thinking about him, dog. You see all this ass when I just put, stop trying to drag this drag this man's name across my desk all the damn time. Leave me alone. That's what it was. He wasn't saying he wasn't going to fight him. He was just saying, hey, man, stop jocking me, homie. Like, stop jocking me. He told him, sorry, man. He told me, check this cash app. Okay, cool. Sorry, man. I forget that I got to check this, man. Oh, actually, man, in the cash app from yesterday. My man. Whoa. Where you go? Oh, yes, sir. Brian Chambliss in that super chat. Thank you so much for the support. Oh, I'm looking at this camera. I got a new camera setup I'm trying out. This camera right here is the one I'm using for today. It won't be like this. Hopefully the day after tomorrow, this shit will look a lot better. For the cause, thank you, man. Man, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your support. And the Cash App is specifically, thank you guys so much. And my man Allen in that super chat. Thank you so much. There's no message in that. Oh, my God, dog, man. Oh, I just said first name. So that's cool. I'm sorry. I'm going to be more I got to be more disciplined in that regard. Yes, sir. Oh, and Cesar Leo, you did get a refund that you asked for yesterday. Sorry that I didn't get to read your super chat. But if you asked for the refund and I missed it, I will refund on Cash App. That's another way. If I miss it and I screw you over, you can always ask for a refund on Cash App. And I can't give refunds over here. This is just what it is. Yeah, YouTube is like, nah, dog, you did it. But look, put it on manual white balance, Fannon. Oh, because I keep coming in and out. Oh, you know what? Hey, hold on one second. My man said, my favorite boxing news show. I listen to quite a few of them. Thank you very much, Marcus Walls. Sorry, man. I had to pull out my I had to get my charger before things got ugly around this joint. It's like, man, why my battery out? There you go. Yeah. Oh, all right. So yeah, I'll work on that next time, man. Danny the Gatekeeper. I mean, maybe now. He said, Fannon, you owe him 50. You owe 50 then? What I owe 50 for? I don't know y'all no money. Oh, yeah, nah. Miss Mines too. Mechanical, my bad. Oh, he said, my man, Mr. Mechanical says, Spence is even more focused. It's over for all ops. Yeah. And he's getting, look, first and foremost, he's the number one pound for pound fighter in boxing. And if you guys are out there saying something different, you guys just should stop because you're just clearly, this is it, Floyd. This is This is a done deal because of the level of competition, which is what made what Kevin Iole said even like more irritating, because it's like, this is the guy that's actually giving you the best fights. And to act like he's not giving you the best fights, you're just either greedy or you're lying. For Max Kellerman to have the nerve to say something about, yeah, now fight Terence Crawford. Yeah, now just fight Terence Crawford. As if this guy didn't just have a huge car accident. Like, get to work, Negro. Like, I'm sorry, is that over the top? Sometimes I can be over the top. But would it be over the top if I said it sounded to me like he was like, get back to work, Negro? Like, that's get back to work. You're not doing enough. You just fought Mikey. You know, he was a 50 million division weight class, pound for pound fighter. And then you beat Sean Porter who is one of the roughest, toughest fighters there is in boxing that nobody wants to fight. Sean Porter just prettied up. Do you realize that Sean Porter just prettied up his style? Like, Sean Porter's new style is like them suits he's wearing. It ain't really him. It ain't really him. Dog, get you a classic suit. Sean, just get a classic suit, dog. Make that shit. Get it. See, he's Ohio. That's Ohio. See, all y'all saying Sean left Ohio and he ain't really about Ohio. If Sean what's that shit in Mr. Penner's, Harold Penner's? If that dude don't shop at Harold Penner's, I don't know somebody that shops at Harold Penner's, dog. Y'all from Kansas City don't know nothing about Harold Penner's, about them suits you can get from Harold Penner's. Man, he's Steve Harvey suit way before there was a Steve Harvey suit, dog. My man Marcus Walls, much love in that super chat, man. Again, thank you so much, man, for the support. And I didn't miss yours. I got yours. Bunny Badass in the building said, Bronner versus Danny. Let's see it. Been waiting for both forever. Both ain't elite at welterweight anymore. I disagree. I think Danny is definitely elite at welterweight. Danny is elite at welterweight, dog. Sean Porter's elite. Sean Porter, all he did was take an ass whipping from Sean Porter. I mean, all he did is take a whooping from ass whipping from Errol Spence. He fought 50-50 with Sean Porter. Dog, Terence, man, Adrian Bronner. I don't want to see Adrian Bronner hurt, dog. Like, you trying to get Adrian Bronner's head knocked off his shoulder. Like, I no. But I mean, it could be a good fight, though. It'll sell a lot of tickets. He said, that Mr. He said, nah, Fannon, it is ESPN slave mentality. It's like, to me, that's what it sounds like, man. Like, you're just real over the top with your do what I say do type shit you got coming out your mouths. Like, this beautiful event. I swear it was a beautiful event in Texas. Love Texas. Love Texas. Wonderful event. Mexican music all night long, or Spanish. I can't say whether it was Mexican or not because I don't speak Spanish, but good music all night long, right? Don't speak Spanish, but it sounded, hey, I was happy. It was every nice spacing, right? You never felt like you were on top of somebody. It was a great seat. So there's like not a bad seat in the entire place. Man, the PBC or the people, I think it's Heyman Boxing. Heyman Boxing, excellent job at how those guys handle that, man. I felt safe. You know, you can catch the owner anywhere, but I didn't feel like I was at any more risk than I was if I went to like 7-Eleven or something. You know what I mean? It was really, really nice. Really nice. And I'm sure they made good. I hope they made a lot of money, dog. Because I was really, really impressed with that. Sean Dawn Promotions laughing. I don't know what I said to make you laugh, but I'm glad I can make your morning. Glad that I can make your morning last. Funny laugh this morning. My man K Hobb Productions. Amazing event, even with limited crowd. It was electric. Yeah, it was. It was electric. Porter's shoes and Crawford's shirt put a hurting on my eyes. No, man. Hey, look, Crawford's shirt. I mean, look, I'm not a big fashion dude, right? But I'm a classic. I do like the classic. Like I would be wearing Brooks Brothers, like that type of stuffy shit. If I'm not in a like in a sweatsuit or something. But Buzz shit looks sharp as shit because when he took the jacket off, then you could see that it had that tuxedo type of thing, but he was going for the tuxedo look. So he had that 3/4 length. You just missed that 3/4 length jacket he had with that bitch. That shit was hot as shade. That shit was sharp as shit. I was like, yeah. Like, he's the only dude that I was like, yeah, I would wear that shit. Like, everybody else's shit, I was like, yeah. Like, you're getting paid, like, all that Givenchy, all that Givenchy. Dog, everybody's wearing Givenchy. So you guys just look like you might as well just be wearing Champion when everybody's wearing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Givenchy looks to me. Looks like, why the fuck are you paying for that? That's just not, I mean, the name looks good, but it's Givenchy. Like, what? Well, you got to keep telling me if a piece of clothing, if that shit looks sharp just because of the tailoring, and you don't need, like, you should need this. You should be able to look at this and be like, oh, that's some sharp shit. This is just, they want it. This shouldn't tell you what the shirt is. You know what I mean? Givenchy is some cheap shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what people say. That Givenchy shit look like some cheap designer shit that they charging you ungodly amount of money for. It looks like Champion to me. Like, Givenchy. That shit Terrence Crawford had was probably some shit I don't know who the designer was. But I felt like I wanted to walk up and ask him, Doug, what coat? Where did you get that? Like, where did you get that? Because I couldn't tell from the labels. But the tailoring of it, that's that Midwest, though. You know what I'm saying? That's that Midwest, classy. He's classy. He's classy. That's what I thought. Sorry, man. I'm not a big fashion guy, but his particular outfit, it only looked crazy on camera because it's really like a tuxedo shirt. And tuxedo shirts are sharp. It's nice, man. Say you don't make the replay. Nah, these dudes ain't making no replays now. Terrence Javale said, Porter, oh, yeah, it's putting a hurting on my eyes. Oh, Porter's whole outfit looked like he got slapped by a leprechaun. Like, I was going to say, looked like he got slapped by a magic leprechaun's wand or some shit. Boom, and this shit just spun. You know what I mean? You ever seen it, like, you see like somebody was wrestling with like a wizard in a cartoon or something and their clothes keep changing and the shit just gets mismatched to shit? I think he's trying to be fashionable but not have anything match at the same time. So it's an interesting look. But I think it's just drawing too much attention. Like, it's like, look at me. This is a little much. But it also gets people talking, and it could be like Don King's hair. So he's going to walk in there, and he may not have the jewelry, right? Anyway, I got my own style, and my style is old-ass dude that likes to talk boxing. My man, DP, KB Hobbs Promotion said, amazing event, even with electric. The crowds was electric. Oh, that's what's up. Cool. So I know I can do this now. I'll just read it. Everything, only the blue ones don't show up at the top. Robert Singleton said, Porter had a deck of cards. Oh, Porter had the deck cards on the picnic table. Look, oh man, it was crazy, dog. It was something, but he's doing it on purpose. I know what he's going. It's leprechaun chic. Nah, dog. Like, for real. Nah, I'm good, dog. I was good. The fruit roll-ups. Nigga. Somebody said something about Care Bears got high off of fruit roll-ups. Dog, I remember somebody did some graphic like that, dog. Was like, what is this? It was like a Care Bear getting high, getting high off fruit roll-ups. I was like, man, where the fuck does your mind go? Where's your mind, dog? Were you look at a Care Bear and be thinking, yeah, he gets high fruit roll-ups and Lucky Charms. He be rolling some rolling Lucky Charms up in a motherfucking fruit roll up. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I was having fun this morning. Whew. He said he got that roll up pack from Fury. He said part of cornrows the same size as 215. Fire your hairstylist. Stop putting hair in. Stop putting hair in. Go bald. Okay? Just go bald, dog. Just go bald. He said the internet, dog. Oh, he just be coming up with something, dog. Oh, man. Look, here's the thing. Bud is now the number 2 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. We got the number 1 versus the number 2 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. It just switched. Because really, look at the competition. With the competition, you got to go with what the competition is. You know, you got to go with what the competition is. If the guy's fighting better competition, right? That's what we say we're about. We're about having better competition. Let me bring it down off the comedy. Although I got to tell you, that shit is funny as hell with them fruit roll-ups. That boy Sean Porter had Thundercats Ultimate Power suit on. Hey, but he keeps you talking. Now, he's a very bright guy. Like, he's a very bright guy. He's a very talented guy, and he's willing to do what it takes. He's willing to do what it takes to make it. So do not expect Sean Porter to be going anywhere anytime soon, man. He has found a way to make his style known, right? He's got the cornrows. He's got the very expensive. You know who he's being? What's the guy's name? What's the guy's name for TNT Sports? The guy they used to call, I think he had cancer. I think he might have passed. If he didn't pass, I mean, I'm sorry for saying, I thought he was about to pass or something. Craig Sager, is his name Craig Sager? Not Craig Sager. Craig Sager is the guy that had the cancer. But the guy they used to be in the he used to walk around with that bright ass red jacket and yellow tie, tall dude. Yeah, was it Craig Sager? Yeah, he's trying to be like Craig Sager. He's trying to do like a Craig Sager thing. Yeah, Craig Sager. Yeah, he's trying to do a Craig Sager type of thing. So it's cool. You know, whatever you got to do to stand out, you know, do your thing. But Terence got to fight Sean Porter. But he's done, you're done next fight too. By the way, it is checkmate though. It is checkmate. It's checkmate. Errol Spence haters. It's checkmate. It's checkmate. Checkmate. There is no old Terence Crawford, this and that. It's done. It's done with that win. Because Bud just got Kell Brook. Errol came off car accident, got Danny Garcia. That, my friend, is a much tougher fight. And Kell Brook, and can somebody remind me what Terence Crawford said the fight was going to happen in the fight and what the percentage was? He said it was a 50-50 fight. 50-50 fight. But if Errol ain't right, it could be 60-40 Errol's Danny's way. That fight turned out to be 80-20 Errol Spence. 80-20. Joe the Beast said, Miss Super Chat. Okay, I'll go and get that. And my man, Black Soto Boxing says, shout out my wife, Erica. Minnesota stand up. Shout out to Erica from my man, Soda Black, the movement. Thank you so much for the support. And Erica, thank you for supporting him and getting this raggedy ass dude to the live stream every day. Nah, just playing. That's your beautiful family, man. And shout out to your children. And I hope that you guys enjoy your day. And Joe said, I missed the super chat. Sorry. John Page in the building. How come I don't ever see John Page in the building? I just saw John Page in the building. Fannon, what's up, soldier? Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to the whole chat. What's going on, John Page? Sorry, man. There be so many people in the chat, dude, that I don't get to see all the good folk that I like to say for sure. Traveris Diller said, "Why? We know Manny not fighting Bud, so Porter and Thurman is Crawford's only quality opponents. Yeah, or he can get, or not unless Top Rank moves somebody up like Josh Taylor or a Jose Ramirez, but that's not going to happen. Bud could fight, see if he can pay Regis Prograis to move up to 147 and see if he can get that Regis Prograis fight. That's better than anything he's got at Top Rank. So I think there's other options for Bud that are acceptable, but there's just not any options that he's going to take. I think Regis Prograis for next fight would be acceptable. If Regis Prograis wanted to move up to 147 and in his first fight at 147, fight Terence Crawford for that WBO 147-pound belt. I think Regis Prograis is as good as either Jose Ramirez or Josh Taylor. So make that fight. That's a good fight. He can move up to 154, fight Teixeira. He could move up. He could go fight Jermell and get knocked the fuck out. Y'all act like, but Terence, Sean Porter don't want that smoke no more though. You think Sean wants that smoke with Errol? He don't sound so. I want that rematch. I want that rematch. Or Terence Crawford now. Yeah, or Terence Crawford now. Yeah, that Terence Crawford looking a little more sweet, ain't it? Ain't it, Sean? That's, hey, I'm telling you, all them dudes need to go over there and fight Terence Crawford. That's where it's sweet at. Now I'm messing with Bud fans. Let me talk shit to Bud fans for a second. Joe the Beast, man. I'm sorry, Joe the Beast. Let me do something, Joe the Beast. Do. Hold on, Joe the Beast. Let me get you right, Joe the Beast. What was that flickering about? Joe the Beast. Said, I missed this super chat, and I do not want to miss. Joe the Beast said, Harold Pinners, or as I call him, Easter Sun. Hell yeah. See, Harold Pinners, dude. He said, Joe the Beast said, Harold Pinners, or as I call them, Easter Sunday specials. That restaurant from the other vid is called G's Jamaican Cuisine. Yes, G's Jamaican Cuisine. Yes, sir. From that vid spot. Yep. Right down there on Truce. Right down at the end of Truce. Thank you, sir. You are definitely a KC. You definitely KC Mo out there, man. Shout out to the 816. If you know Harold Pinners and Jamaica and G's Cuisine is the bomb, dog. They just take a long time to cook. But if you in Kansas City and you want to go to a really good Jamaican spot and you don't mind going to the hood, go down to Truce. Go head, which direction is that shit? Up, whatever it is, where the numbers get higher, and go up to the 70s. Go up to the 70s, something like around there. Yeah, somewhere in the 70s before the 80s, and you'll see it. It's on the west side of the street. Man, that's some good Jamaican food right there. They just take forever and ever to cook it. But that's how you know it's good, because they take forever to make. They make it ever. I mean, they take them because they make it for you. Best barbecue in Kansas City is Gates. Now that they rebought it, it sucked for a while until the family rebought it. I heard now that Gates is back on fire, but for years it sucked because they sold it. But then they bought it back because they were like, "You guys suck. So give me our names back because you're fucking up our food." So they came back and got their food back, and now their shit's the bomb again. Who would have known? Yo, Fannon, have you ever had a fight? Yes, I've had a lot of fights. Absolutely. South on Truce or Peach Tree Cafe. South on East Peach. You look like you're comparing. You asked me to compare something in Georgia, in Atlanta. All Jamaican spots take so long, but it's worth it. Yes, sir. They are really, really good. Because they make that food, and they make that food, and they're good. They did have a Jamaican spot that was up on Truce further, but then it like I think it was like in 55th, maybe between 55th and 58th, something like that. They had a Jamaican spot that opened for a little while, but it closed up because there wasn't enough traffic. There wasn't enough traffic, so they closed that up. But they were really good. Hey, KBKC said, I'm back for 9. I deliver to Gates on 40 Highway. Oh, and 12th Street. Okay, yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, there you go. Terrence Bailey said, Fannon, congrats on the success of your channel, Real Boxing Head. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel, dog. And thank you very much for supporting the channel. But it's been fun, man. Boxing's been good. And here's the thing, dude, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. is the most exciting thing about boxing. Because these guys over at Top Rank, their shit sucks. It just sucks. It's just, I'm sorry, man. It's the product's not as good, man. It's just not as good. Errol Spence Jr. and that product is good. Gervonta Davis was a good man. But they're not pound for pound fighters. I'm going to more than likely do something about that issue, about that topic later. But dude, Jermall Charlo and Jermell Charlo blackballed off that list. Gervonta Davis is blackballed off that list. Gary Russell Jr. is blackballed up off that list. Errol Spence Jr. should be higher on that, is number 1 on that list. Terrence Crawford deserves to be on that list. Gennady Golovkin needs to get the fuck up off that list. Teofimo Lopez needs to get up off that list or get low to the bottom 8 or 9s. But if we don't sell those type of fights, people ain't going to buy them. And I just don't believe they really want to sell them. Top ramen rank. Top ramen. That's, you know what? As long as you've been putting in that Rob G film, Top Ramen. My son got a Top Ramen shirt, dog. I thought that shit was like actually fashion for a second. I was like, Top Ramen. Oh shit, that's the fucking ramen. Why y'all are like literally the cheap ass $1 packets of ramen that you got to eat, dog, if you can't eat nothing else, but are good as hell. Because that ramen is good as shit. However, it will use something terrible. Pure rank, we say pure rank garbage. Oh, it is, dog. Oh, Top Rank is still crowdless. How? They don't have the fighters that will attract people. They can't do those type of shows because they don't have the fighters. That right there tells you why. Top Rank can't put any shows on in event centers that big because you can't fake it. You can't fake it. It's not connected to a casino, so you can't give away tickets. So you can't fake it. Number 2, you have to have enough people come to get the place at a discounted rate. Because I'm sure that Cowboy Stadium is saying, hey, I'll give you a deal because we know it's less capacity. So they do the benefit of it, and they're like, okay, how many people can we have in here where we can make money but still have it safe in a for the pandemic, right? And they did it because Errol Spence can sell that many tickets, because Gervonta Davis can sell that many tickets, Canelo Alvarez can sell that many tickets, Lomachenko can't sell that many tickets. Devin Haney can't sell that many tickets. That's Matchroom, but that's not. But Devin can't sell that many tickets. Demetrius Andrade can't sell that many tickets, right? Jermell and Jamal would probably have to be on an undercard to sell that many. They'd have to fight together to get, and that would even be tough. But Canelo can get it, right? That's why they need Deontay Wilder. Like, these guys are fucking jokes. Like, Deontay Wilder can do that. Deontay Wilder can come to Texas. Fight Andy Ruiz in Texas. It's just a shame what they stole from Deontay Wilder with that cheating. But look, I'm about to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Let me make sure just one quick second. I don't think that oh, yes. Nope, I didn't. I didn't miss any cash apps. Thank you guys so much for your support. Now, make sure you go check out my man, 78 Sports TV, who's coming up next. Peace.